Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Happy to be back. Come on in. Press like, press and share. I have some great information for you. I've missed you. Been gone a long time. So come on in, like and share. Yes, I'm live. Very, very excited to be here. Missed you guys. We're going to have a great discussion. I think I have some great information to share for you. Always information you can use if you don't catch me live. Catch me on the replay. So I should be live in Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So hello, everybody out there. Hi, Dr. Jamila. Thanks for joining me. I'm actually dedicating this broadcast to you. So I'm going to give folks one more minute. Trying to get used to my technology. Thank you for those of you who are joining me on Instagram. Hi, Talisa. My cousin Talisa from Mississippi is here. Hope you're doing well. Hope Cannon's doing well. So, okay, with that, I will get started because I know your time is precious. So thank you guys for joining me on this Transformation Tuesday. I am Dr. Terrellin, your board-certified family physician, speaker, author, and career coach. I help women or medical professionals find careers that allow them freedom, flexibility, and financial independence. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Terrellin. That's DrTerralon. Again, that's DrTerralon. So thank you again for joining me. I will say, it's been a minute getting back in the saddle, but I have missed you guys. And so we'll just jump into it. So tonight's broadcast is really about accountability. And I think accountability is the key to your success, to anyone's success. So, no man is an island. We don't, we need all the help that we can get to attain our goals. And honestly, if you can just drop in the chat, tell me what accountability means to you, because I found some interesting definitions for accountability, and they were not, it wasn't the way that I had thought about accountability. So what is accountability to you? And I know there's a little bit of a delay when we're talking to, when I'm talking to you guys in the meta universe. So I'll give you a minute. But I was really, really intrigued by the definitions that I found, but thought I would put my own spin on it. So accountability is the relationship that you have with someone who helps you attain your goals. Simply put, you have goals, you want to attain them, and what you do is you select someone who will help you reach those goals. That's what accountability. Now, when I initially looked up accountability, it had sort of a negative connotation to it, meaning that person you blame when something goes wrong. No, we don't want to think about accountability that way. We want positive relationships. We want positive accountability. Oh, thank you. Hi, Janice. How are you? This is my college classmate. So Janice says, being held to your commitment. That's okay. I love that. You make a commitment, and you choose a relationship with a person who actually helps you keep that commitment. Dr. Jamila says, it's having someone to help you keep your goals or your commitment. Thank you. I love those definitions. So I came up with 4 people who I think you need to look at as accountability partners. So we'll just jump into it. The first one is a colleague. A colleague is generally a person who you work with, who does the same type of job that you do. That is generally a colleague. Now, let me explain the difference between colleague and coworker. Anybody who works at your job can be a coworker, and that's not a negative thing. But if you are trying to reach goals, you definitely want to choose a colleague, someone who is working in that same space or in partnership with you, because once you achieve your goals, and then they also have a vested interest because it also makes them look good. So generally colleagues are at the same level. It can be a director, it could be a level above or a level below. But in general, a colleague is someone who helps you at your particular job reach your goals. So choose wisely. Now, how do you find the difference between a coworker and a colleague, and a good colleague at that. Look for those people who are punctual, and not just punctual showing up at the job, but punctual with delivering the work that they said that they would deliver. You also want people who are positive, who generally have good other professional relationships in the workplace. So those are the people that you want to attach yourself to. That's the ideal colleague. All right. So a colleague is also usually a team player. I have my notes over here just so I don't forget. And so they're competent. They are usually a team player. And again, they're usually motivated to help you reach their goal, your goal, because it also helps them reach their professional goals. So Dr. Jamila says, a colleague, someone at your job who helps you achieve your goals. Thank you. Thank you for taking notes, Dr. Jamila. All right, moving on to the next type of accountability partner that you should look for is an advisor. Now, am I talking about an ADVISER or an ADVISOR? So anybody can be an advisor ER. That means it's simply someone who gives advice, right? Now, we get advice, from our moms, our family members, coworkers, even strangers on the street. It can be solicited or unsolicited. So anybody can give you advice. Anybody can be an advisor ER. An advisor, one with an OR, is typically someone who is working in the professional sense, who is again motivated for different reasons to help you reach your goals. Now, this can be an unpaid advisor, OR, or a paid advisor. So when I think of a good example of an advisor, how many of you had academic advisors in college? So generally, when you think of that, is a person who is paid. They may not be paid by you, but they're paid by the organization that you are a part of, and they are paid to give advice to help you reach your goals. Now, notice that it can either be someone you already have a relationship with, or you may not. But an advisor is typically more of a professional who works in a professional space, whether they're paid by you or someone else. Another example of that is a financial advisor. Again, someone who is paid. They're not necessarily motivated by the personal relationship that they have with you, but they are motivated because, one, it makes them look good. Not only you, but it makes them look good. You're paid, and it gives them credibility. So in different spaces, just choose wisely. Again, anybody can be an advisor, ER, but you definitely want to, if you have professional goals, you want to focus on an advisor. What makes a good advisor? Someone who, again, you want them competent. You not only want them competent, but you want them to excel at what they do. Nobody, is seeking for mediocrity. You want the best, correct? We want an advisor. Typically a person who has great professional relationships, just like your colleague, but also knows more than you do in that space. They typically have worked in that space. They have training in that space. So these are the people who you want as an advisor. All right, are you guys keeping up? Who can tell me the types of accountability partners we've talked about so far? So far we've talked about 2. And if you need to cheat, Dr. Jamila is taking notes for me. It's in the chat on Facebook. On Instagram, thanks. My cousin Talisha is still with me. So just for review, for everybody who's joining us a little late, which you can catch a replay anytime, and I'm glad you're all here. The types of accountability partners are, so far, colleague, and then we've talked about an advisor, whether you choose an advisor ER or an advisor OR. Thank you, Dr. Andrea, for joining me. I know you're busy catching babies or in between, so thank you so much for joining. All right. Hi, Alicia. My cousin Alicia joined on Instagram. So glad to have you. So just for review, we've already talked about the types of accountability partners, colleague, and advisor. Now, number 3, mentor. Different level of accountability, right? Mentor. What do you guys look for in a mentor? what do you think a mentor is? So let me see if I'm missing anybody to say hello to while you guys type that in the chat. What's a mentor? Or what do you look for in a mentor? So, to give you some characteristics of a mentor is usually someone you may have a personal relationship with or may develop one, but they're typically pretty accomplished in the space that you want to go into, or they've accomplished the goal that you've already accomplished. And the other thing that sets them apart from the other accountability partners is that you usually have a long-term relationship with the mentor, meaning they're very invested in seeing you succeed, and that you usually have a long-term relationship beyond that because they want to see you maintain that level of success. Also, for a mentor, and here's the deal, someone you pay might actually, like an advisor, might actually tell you the things that you want to hear and may not challenge you, but mentors, because of that relationship, because of the personal investment, because of the time, they usually push you beyond their limits. So they will encourage you, but they will also challenge you to step up to the level that where you need to be in order to achieve your goals, right? So different level of accountability, usually long-term. So we've talked about colleague, we've talked about advisor, we've talked about a mentor. Now, no one's saying that you're limited to one or two of these. Look for all three, depending on what your goals are. Look for all three. I'm sorry, I might be losing you guys on. Okay, I'm back. I'm trying to manage two devices. So again, colleague, advisor, mentor. All right, now another level of accountability is a coach. Now, coaches tend to be motivators, they tend to be great communicators, and they tend to have experience in the area that you're interested in. They can be, if you think about, let's talk about coach of a team, right? What do you think about when you typically see a sports team coach? They generally map out a plan or help you map out a plan. The thing that separates the coach from the rest of the partners is they tend to individualize it as well to you. They tend to be a little more flexible. So what does a basketball coach do? If a play doesn't work for a team, then he is going to rearrange the plan. He's going to, I know my sports talk is a little, well, you can tell I'm not much of a sports junkie, but the whole point is the coach is a leader, the coach is a motivator, and they tend to help you come up with a plan to win. They also play to individual strengths. So that's the great thing about coaches. They also challenge you, and they also tend to see the bigger picture, which is what you need in a coach. So just to review, because I don't want to keep you long, accountability, those relationships that help you reach your goal. Accountability partners, 4 different types. We have the colleague, we have the advisor, we have the mentor, and we have the coach. So I hope that's been helpful for you. Let me encourage you to find an accountability partner or accountability partners to help. I think it's a key motivator in helping you reach those goals, reach the goals that you have set for yourself, whether it's going to the gym, it can be personal, it can be health goals, emotional goals, professional goals, whatever it is. I challenge you because there is an accountability partner out there for you. So with that, I will open it for questions. Feel free to like and share, play the replay. I'm planning to have this up on YouTube, LinkedIn. Hi, Shakita. It's my line sister. How are you? So we're just for a quick review for you, Shakita. Thanks for joining. So we were talking about accountability partners. Hey, Sora. Accountability partners are colleague, advisor, mentor, and coach. You don't have to limit yourself You can either have one or all four in those spaces. And you can even have multiple people who serve those roles. So just want to encourage you today. And I want to thank you for your time. I don't see anything in the chat. If not, just send it to me later. If something comes to you, I'm happy to answer. Again, I'm Dr. Tara Lynn, your board certified family physician, speaker, author, and career transition coach. I help medical professionals and women find careers that allow them freedom, flexibility, and financial independence. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Terralyn. That's DrTerralon. Thank you guys for your time. I really, really appreciate it. So like, share, and I will see you next Tuesday for more info on Transformation Tuesday. Thank you. Bye.